the Rock Metal Podcast, episode 240 with Handsome Pete. Cool. I'll hit record and we'll rock and roll. Here we go. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. That's amply described as The Enemy by Handsome Pete, who I've got on the show with me right now. I've got a new album called Small Miracles, which released via Curtain Call Records earlier this summer. And right now I'm being joined by what I'm told is the entire band to share some stories about the music and share more info about what they've got going on. So guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Right.
What's going on?
Man, thanks so much for having us. We've been excited about this for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. I bet it's the best minute of your life.
It went by way too quick, man. We're just, I swear that's the only time that's happened.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, let's go listen back to let's go listen back to that track, The Enemy.
You
I come back from The Enemy, which is just a banging track. I love the intro, the melodic guitar, how you guys recorded a shotgun for a snare drum was fantastic. It's all around great production, good song. Love the vocals. Love what you guys are doing. Just out of curiosity, what's the story or inspiration behind The Enemy?
Well, this last year I met and married my first wife, so it's a love ballad through and through, it's this was kind of like the first song we wrote after me and my wife met, and we talked to the group about trying to put something with a little more positive spin, and we shot far, and this is as far as we got. I guess it's us trying to look up on the bright side and the sacrifices we make for a good, fucking healthy relationship.
Yeah, I like the premise there. My first wife. It's like there's plans.
Yeah. Well, I'm young. We're all young here, We're going to pretend to be young for as long as we can. Just gotta put that out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
This was the last song on our album. We were sitting at 9 for a long time, and it just seemed like such a screwy number. Everybody's like, it needs to have 10 on an album, or needs this, needs that. We were thinking, the first album had 10, and that's what we were shooting for. That's what our budget was for the studio. And this was the last one to come about, and we're looking at each other with blank faces for the longest time. But we actually started getting in the process, and it came quickly, though. Once we first started getting that first riff down, the whole thing was finished before we knew it.
The funny thing is, listening to the track, at least the way I hear it, in its finished state, I can't imagine not having given birth to it.
We actually, I think we wrote a song kind of using one of those riffs, and it was a different song completely, and then we changed it up to what The Enemy is now.
And I think we actually put the final touches on 2 days before we hit the studio with it.
So we're in the studio.
Yeah. And it was very last minute, but I think just everyone came together, and I think we hit it out of the park.
I wouldn't go back and change a thing. Honestly, it's weird how it all came together in the last minute, and it was the last track, and we were kind of rushed for time. But I think given more time, I don't know if I would have done this any differently.
I don't think I would have.
Wow. Cool stuff.
So I think we need to work under high pressure all the time. I think that's what we're saying. We work best when we're totally screwed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic. Let's go listen to the next track, Captain Lonely.
I trust in small paper boxes and wishes that hang from a string. You put your faith in the fragile, it could lead to the strongest of things. Red could come crashing all around you like Jesus and Santa combined, leaving you with thoughts of suicide or all the pain relief that money can buy. To me, Captain Lonely. just the sentence? Can I be the hero? Remind me of saving.
It's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. All right, coming back from Captain Lonely, which is actually the first single off of the album, and just has an incredibly explosive chorus. And I'm curious, similar question for you guys. What was the story or inspiration behind Captain Lonely?
Well, we were, there's a lot of superhero movies going on right now, and there's a lot of, looking up to that. We thought of Don Quixote, reading all those books about knights and our culture just bombarding them with hero image. And everybody wanted to be the hero, but knowing that, that's not everybody, and thinking to yourself where you sit in the grand scheme of things. And we started thinking about the mind trip that Don Quixote went on, thinking that he was something really special when maybe he wasn't, and kind of tried to retell that story a little bit. We had a lot of fun kind of retelling the story in the music video.
Mm-hmm. Which brings up the next logical question, which is for Rock Metal Nation who dug the track Captain Lonely. We'll be excited to know that there's a music video, which we just brought up. So if you go and go to today's show notes at www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, you can check it out. Now I'm curious, take us behind the production of the music video.
It was grueling, man. It was a long shoot.
It started out one day it was supposed to be, and Mateo, our awesome producer, go ahead and volunteer himself for 3 days to try to finish this up. But we were on 3 different locations for 3 days, 2.5 days, because definitely 2 long days, and finishing up the third one. But all over town, and a couple of different costumes, and locals in Weberville were seeing us shoot around town dressed up kind of like idiots, and it was way
We're filming Captain Lonely. I can tell by looking at you.
Yeah, we got a couple looks.
People driving by slow, staring.
We made some new friends that day, though. You don't make friends when you're, in normal clothes. You make a lot of new friends in spandex.
That's right. Spandex friends.
Yes, they remember you.
They even remember who you are and stop by and hang out for a while. They wear fanny packs and ride the bus. Cool. Now, for Rock Metal Nation who dug the 2 tracks, The Enemy and Captain Lonely, you should be super excited to know that earlier this summer, via Curtain Call Records, a full album called Small Miracles was released. So if you guys wouldn't mind, when we pick up the album, what should we expect?
It's a good mix of genres. I mean, we have a big variety on there. So we have a couple slower songs, a little more ballady, some that are a little bit more in your face. So it's a good variety on this album for sure.
Yeah. We tried to go A to Z. I mean, the first album has a lot more middle of the road. We thought this was a safe pick. Second album is A to Z. We just have a lot of fun doing this one, and we're going to slow it way down on this one. We just kind of really just just go with our gut, right? And really proud of it. I think the production is leaps and bounds above the first album. So you're expecting a lot more improvement in professional sound as far as that goes.
Cool. All right, next logical question on Rock Metal Nation's mind is, how can we find out and or stay in touch with you guys? Is there a place we should go to on the web?
We stay, seems a lot of people, a lot of our fans like to keep up with us on our Facebook, all of our social medias. The Facebook is Handsome, literally the letter P and 1, so Handsome P1.
It's Handsome with a U.
Yeah, with a U. HANSUMP1. We got a lot of fans engaging with our post there and contacting us, through the messenger and just giving their full-on support.
Cool.
We're in the process of getting our website up where we have all our merchandise for sale, and anybody who wants to, fans that are far away, getting stuff mailed to them and having that whole production going. But right now, we are always up on our Facebook, especially our media coordinator, Elu, here. If you're talking to anybody on Facebook, you're probably talking to Elu first, because he's on there day and night.
Cool. I just imagine a guy sitting there going, I want to go to sleep. And like, no. And then a messenger goes off. He's like, oh, purpose in life.
Not tonight, buddy.
Give him another Mountain Dew Code Red, quick.
We got him on camera, man. We just took it to his veins.
That's right. We got you more breakfast taquitos from 7-Eleven.
I'll take them.
Sweet. Well, boys, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come on to the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Handsome Pete with Rock Metal Nation.
Yeah, we just want to thank you for having us on, and Curtain Calls, everybody over there.
Big shout out to Curtain Calls.
Yep.
And
Angela for really hooking us up with you.
I trust in small paper boxes and wishes that hang from a string. If you put your faith in the fragile, it could lead to the strongest of things.
All right, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully this found your new favorite band in Handsome Pete. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.